If your GE front load washer is not spinning, showing error codes, or experiencing motor power issues, the inverter could be the culprit. I'm William with AppliancePartsPros.com, and today I'll guide you through testing and replacing it. Don't worry if this is your first time working on appliances. It's easier than you might think. Let's get started. With over 2 million products in stock and the know-how to help you do it yourself, we are AppliancePartsPros.com. For today's work, we'll need a multimeter, a Phillips screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver, and a pair of pliers. Also, please remember that safety comes first. Always disconnect your front load washer by unplugging it or turning the breaker off unless live voltage testing is necessary. Remove the screws securing the bottom access panel. Take the panel off and set it to the side. Locate the inverter wire connections at the front. Set the washer to a spin cycle. Grab your multimeter and set it to volts AC, indicated by a V with a squiggly line. Extreme care should always be taken to protect against electric shock, which could potentially result in serious injury. Do not test live voltage if you are uncomfortable using a multimeter around live electricity. Plug the power cord back in. Using the 3-wire connector, test from the blue wire to the red wire. If 120 volts is not present, the main control has failed. If voltage is present, continue troubleshooting. Cancel the wash cycle and wait for the door to unlock. Unplug the power cord. Remove the wires from the retainers on the base. Remove the screws securing the inverter to the base. Slide the inverter toward the back and lift it up. Using a flathead screwdriver, release the inverter cover from the inverter. Disconnect the motor harness from the inverter. Set your multimeter to resistance, or ohms, indicated by the upside down horseshoe symbol. Test the following wire pairs: blue wire to white wire, blue wire to red wire, white wire to red wire. Each of these readings should be around 6 ohms. Next, test the 2 remaining wires. You should see a resistance reading of around 118 ohms. If any readings show open or is more than 0.5 ohms outside of the expected range, the motor has failed and should be replaced. If the resistance readings check good, continue troubleshooting. If you'd like to learn more about using a multimeter, we've put together a comprehensive tutorial. Check out the link in the description. If the main control and the motor have tested good, like they did here, the inverter has failed and would need to be replaced. This has been verified using the process of elimination. Disconnect the remaining wires and pull the inverter out. Here's the old inverter and here's the new one. If you've already got one, great. If not, you can pick one up at AppliancePartsPros.com. Connect the wires to the inverter. Secure the inverter cover and slide the inverter into place on the base. Secure the inverter with the screw we removed. Set the access panel in place and secure it to the washer. Plug the power cord in, and with that, we're done. Great job on getting your GE front load washer back up and running smoothly. We hope this guide was helpful for you. Don't hesitate to share how your repair experience went in the comments. We'd love to hear your story and any tips you might have discovered along the way. If you found that you need a new inverter, simply head over to AppliancePartsPros.com with your model number. Most orders arrive in just a couple of days, so you'll have everything you need in no time. Thanks for trusting us with your repair journey, and we look forward to seeing you tackle your next project.